The Wales Union Learning Fund is a Welsh Government fund that trade unions can lock into to provide upskilling for their workers. I'm Kim Johnson and I'm the CWU Learning Project Worker for Wales, and I manage the Wales Union Learning Fund, known as WULF, project for them.
So the course I'd done through Open University was what they called an open access course. So it's like an introduction into how Open University works. It was a pilot course, so something that usually these courses take around 8 to 9 months, and they've squeezed it into 3 or 4. Yeah, so I'm Craig. I live in Oakdale. I'm originally from Treowen, born in Pontypool. So always been around the same area, never really gone out of that area. Yeah, I'm married to my wife, Leah, and I've got a son called Johan. I've got a dog, Otis, little Labradoodle that thinks he's a person. So I attended Newbridge Comprehensive School. I left there with 4 GCSEs, physics, maths, English, and CDT, craft design technology. So that's not a lot really, I only left with 4 GCSEs. So the course looked at poetry and art and language in different sort of modules. Protest was the theme of the course, and then you looked at how that was entwined with language and how artists have used their work in the theme of protest. And it was quite a bit about poetry, actually, war poets and how they protested against war. With language, it was more about looking into the subtlety of language, of how politically is used, and in media, just to sort of sway people's way of thinking. The Open University, the Access course, prepares you in a way to, again, I left school many years ago, so I've forgotten how to write in an academic form, really. So it shows you how to structure your work academically to make it all clear. There's no right or wrong answers to questions. What it does is it asks you to give your opinion, to form your opinion by referencing other people and going through their work. And it teaches you to think critically. So there's no right or wrong answers, but you give your answer, but back it up and give your reasons why, and back it up with, you know, other people's work, references and arguments. Before the course, when I would write something, it would be, I always thought I was pretty good with grammar. So I, use my commas, but it would just be a long sort of paragraph of writing. Whereas what I've learned from this is do a paragraph, clear sentences, proper punctuation, like where to use a semicolon. I've never used a semicolon before. Where to put your commas, and I found out a lot of time I was putting commas where I didn't need to have commas, and just making the writing more clearer, really, and make more sense, I suppose, as a reader. Because in your own head, you read something and it makes sense to you because you've written it. When you've got to think about if someone else is reading it, it has to be clear. With my members, when I'm encouraging them to learn, it gives me some sort of credibility myself when I've actually been through these courses and I've done it myself. So it's just sort of, it gives credibility to me when I'm encouraging people to take up learning. It gives them confidence in me as well that I've been there and done it myself. Online learning I quite like because I go at my own pace and I can spend as much time as I want. If I'm stuck on something, go over and over it. So when you enroll on Open University, you're given a tutor. I could email, text or ring her, and yes, she was brilliant. Whenever I needed help, I could ring her and she would just walk me through things. So that's something that you don't get. Well, I haven't been on a course where you get any other course where you get that. But yeah, for me, it suits me, that online learning. I do like it. because I do it in my own time as well and fit it around my life, my work. would say Open University is probably the best experience I've had on learning online or learning at home, because there's so much support there.
At the moment, lots of jobs are being taken over by automation, and new ways of doing things more quickly mean that people are out of work. So we need to future-proof jobs, and this helps to do that in Wales.
Awch amdani.